Hello everyone, my name is Adam and this is the Y Home series. Today we're gonna do about 40 minutes strength workout. There will be no supersets, no high intensity exercises, it's pure lifting weights. It will be pretty simple, which means that it's been proven by time and it's a classic for a reason. We're gonna do 3 sets of each exercise, 12 reps. We're gonna start with 2 exercises for chest, 2 for back, 2 for quad and 2 for hamstring, finishing with a little bit of core. So let's jump right into it. What you will need is a set of dumbbells. I chose 20 pounds, which I should do everything with comfortably. So grab the weight of your choice. We're gonna start with the chest exercises. The first exercise will always be both sides at the same time. The second exercise will be single-sided. I will explain everything as we go, but again, it will be 12 reps, 3 sets with a quick break between those. So right now I'm grabbing just 1 dumbbell, holding it in a triangle hold and going over my head and back up. The movement is all in your shoulders. It is not in your elbows, which would also be an exercise, but you would be working mostly on your tricep. So this way we are working on the chest, a little bit of shoulders, and because we're on the bench just like this, we're also working on the core and the glutes. So it's a nice exercise that just does something for every part of the body. 2 more. Okay, let's take a short break. If it's too much to be in this position for you, you can do the same thing on the bench. This way, you're just gonna eliminating the core and the hamstring portion, but you still get a lot of the exercise for the chest. But let's go for a second set. So again, 90 degrees in my knees and head is off the bench. The bench is right under my shoulder blades, arms straight, exhaling on the way up. Halfway there. I'm gonna switch my hands. During the break, I will show you exactly what I mean by that. Two more, 1 more. All right, second set done. What I mean by switching my hands with the grip is that I have one hand on top of the other, and on the 6th set, I just switch them. It doesn't make a big difference, but it's still good to keep everything balanced, so I like to switch it. It might be mostly from my own feeling, but I just like to make sure that everything is perfectly balanced, which honestly it will never be, but you know, it's good to try. So we will do 1 more set of this exercise, and then again we're gonna go to another chest exercise, and that's gonna be a single side one. So let's get into the position. 90 degrees in my legs, hips up and going over the head and up. Again, you're exhaling on the way up. You can go slowly. Now again, I'm gonna switch the grip quickly. Two more. 1 more. Okay, perfect. That is the first exercise done. For the next one, we're gonna need both of those dumbbells, and it's gonna be a single arm chest press. So the idea is that one arm will be working while the other one is not resting completely, but we're gonna just hold it up and going for 12 reps on each side. So both are up and we're gonna drop 1, 12 reps, and then switching. Exhaling on the way up. You don't have to go all the way down, just stop on the level of your shoulder and back up. Two more on this side, and then we're gonna go right away with no break to the other side right now. So now the left arm goes, same movement. We will take a short break after this one. We're at 8 reps. 2 more, 1 more. All right, there we go. Again, quick break. The break will be around 20 seconds. I'm not really timing it. I usually go based on the feelings, but if you want to keep it even more official, just feel free to time it. Go for 20 to 30 seconds between those sets, and you should be good to go for the other one. So let's grab those dumbbells again. Going for the second set. Again, 12 reps with the right arm, followed by 12 reps with the left arm. Always exhaling on the way up. That's 8. 2 more, 1 more, and left. I always like these single side exercises because you have to engage your core and stabilize yourself, since only one arm is going through the motion while the other one is still working on holding the dumbbell. Two more. It also makes sure, just 1 more. There we go, second set done. It also makes sure that you're using both arms the same way. If I was about to use a barbell, because I'm right-handed, I would probably be pushing more with my right arm, and the left arm would be kind of hanging there, like working a little bit. While this one, when you use dumbbells, you can't really do that. You can't really cheat kind of the balance. So that's why I always prefer using dumbbells over barbells. There is a place for them, absolutely, but I always prefer that, especially for the beginners. I think that's the way to go. And with that word of wisdom, let's just go for the third set. So this is gonna be the last one, and then we're gonna move to back exercises. So again, dropping right one 12 times. You also don't have to use the same weight for all the exercises. It is 2 more. It is just easier for me to show you all the movements without spending time on switching the weights. Let's go for the left arm. Two more. 1 more. There we go. All right, that is the chest portion of the workout. 2 exercises, 1 both sides at the same time, 1 single-sided. And now we're gonna balance it out with going for back exercises. The first one will be bent over rows. So I will start showing you from the side. So I'm going legs or knees slightly bent, leaning forward, back straight, and going up in like a half circle motion. I'll show you from the front. And really squeeze those shoulder blades when you're up. Two more. All right, first set done. The key with this exercise is always keeping your back straight, not rounding like this, but opening the chest and then going for the controlled movement. Again, you can go pretty slowly, but just make sure that the form is right and you're breathing correctly, so always exhaling on the way up. Second set. Back straight, shoulders low, and let's go for it. You can also stay up for a second. One more. All right, that'll be one more set, and then again a single side exercise for the back, which will be single arm rows on the bench. I'll show you in a second, but let's take the break for a couple seconds and then we're going to continue. Now you will hopefully get the idea of how the workout works, that it's one exercises on both sides at the same time, then a single arm exercise or single side exercise, and this is how it's going to continue, except the core. That's going to be a bit different, but we will get to it. Again, I'm gonna bend my knees a little bit, back straight, and let's go for it. It's 8. 2 more. 1 more. Okay, that's it for this exercise. I'm gonna need just 1 dumbbell for the next one. You can take a quick drink. Because for the next one, we're gonna do, as I mentioned, multiple times single arm. You can have your arm like this with this one. I just have issues with my wrist on the left arm, so I always do it like this on my fist, because that keeps the arm or the wrist in like a better position and it's not bent. And again, back is straight and going up. This time it's just straight up, no like half circle, but never go all the way down. You always flexed just like this, and the movement is the elbow goes up. Two more. Okay, and the other arm right away. Again, there will be a short break after this. Two more. Okay, and there will be 2 more sets. This is actually one of my favorite exercises. It just to me feels so good that when I finish this, my posture is so much better, and it's a great feeling. It's definitely chasing it every time I do usually back and bicep workout. So if you feel the same way, just don't forget about this exercise. It is a great one to do. And you can go quite heavy with this exercise. You should be able to go like kind of as heavy as chest press, let's say. So let's go again, back straight, head in the same line with your back, and exhaling on the way up. 2 more reps. There we go. And the other side. Two more. Okay, and there'll be one more set of this, and then we're gonna move to quads. Now you get the idea what's gonna happen. It's gonna be one exercise for both sides, and then a single leg exercise. Because I feel like I've said it multiple times now, this workout is all about balance. So balancing chest and back, quads and hamstrings, and also each side. So it's all about balance, and that's kind of what fitness is about, at least to me, to balance everything, to make sure that you take care of yourself, so you can also have more fun in your everyday life. So let's go for the last set, 12 reps each side. I started working out when I was about 16 or 17, so it wasn't really, the main reason wasn't really to be healthy, but to have more success in life, let's say. But now it's really all about being able to function as much as I want to, as long as I can in my life. And strength training is a part that you can't miss if you want to have a great quality of life. 2 more, 1 more. There we go. It's not really a surprise, but sometimes people forget that it is a great way to not only stay physically healthy, but it can also improve mental health. So good on you that you're part of this workout. Two more. Okay, and that is the back portion of the workout. Let's again have a quick drink, and then we're gonna go on. I'm gonna move on to quads. This time it's gonna be kind of 2 movements in one. The main part will be squat, so you're going back with your hips and up. But we're also gonna add a belly press, so meaning that I'm holding the dumbbell just like this, and when I go down, I extend my arms and back up. So again, 12 reps, let's do it. From the side. Always exhaling on the way up. Two more. All right, first set done. If you need a lighter weight for this one, go for it. There's nothing wrong with that, because using mostly your shoulders when you're going forward. Also try to squeeze the dumbbell as much as you can. I always find leg exercises so much sweatier than upper body. So don't be surprised that I'm gonna start using the towel so much more. But let's go for the second set. Again, starting with hips back and dropping down while the dumbbell goes forward. Make sure that your knees don't collapse together. If they do, use a resistance band that you can push with your knees to really make sure that you're doing it with the right form. 2 more. All right, there'll be 1 more set. What I mean is the loop band that you place just above your shoulders, just above your knees, and that's gonna make you push wide, and then your knees won't collapse like this when you're going down with the squat. One more set of these, and then we're gonna switch to split squats. Okay, let's do it. Grabbing the dumbbell again and going down while dumbbell goes forward. Four more. 2 more. And 1 more. There we go. You should feel it mostly in your quads, but you will also feel it a lot in your shoulders, depending on which weight you have, which is completely fine. That's why we're kind of combining those 2 motions. And now we're gonna do split squats, meaning that we'll be just holding those dumbbells, nothing else, and we go back with 1 leg and going down just like that. So get ready for it. The goal is not to smash your knee on the floor, but I'll grab those dumbbells, step back so I can comfortably go down and back up, and dropping down, back up. So my all weight is on the front leg. Try not to lean forward much. Two more. And then the other side, going right away. I always have a way better balance when I'm standing on my left leg. So if you find that you're way more stable on 1 leg, don't be that surprised. It happens. And again, single leg exercises are great for building the balance even on the leg that might be lacking it a little bit. One more. All right, that's the first set. 2 more to go. And then 2 exercises for hamstrings, and we're gonna finish with some core. But now you can take slightly longer breaks. The leg exercises, especially since they're combined with some upper body movement and they are later in the workout, might feel a bit more difficult. At least they do for me. This time I'm gonna just face forward. And again, 12 reps each side. I go slightly above the floor. I don't smash my knee in it. I'm also not as flexible as I think could be if I started stretching earlier in life. 2 more. 1 more. And switching legs. You can always take just a quick break between those. I'm exhaling on the way up. 2 more. 1 more. Okay, second set done. As you can see, I am way more wobbly when I'm standing on my right leg, but that's why I do it. That's what I need to work on. So I'm fine with that as long as I see progress. One last set to go. And as I mentioned, then there's gonna be 2 hamstring exercises. So 1 leg forward, stepping back, and let's go for it. If you really can't keep the balance, just put the back leg a little bit closer to the front one, so you're more stable, or slightly more to the side. Two more. All right, I'm gonna shake my legs and going for the last 12. Two more. Okay, that's it for the quads. We have 1 body part left before the core, so technically we have 2. But now we're gonna go for hamstrings. The first exercise will be sumo squats with a bicep curl. So we're gonna use just 1 dumbbell. For sumo squats, the stance is a little bit wider. And as you can see, toes are aiming to the side. Back is straight, shoulders low, and I'm gonna go down while going for the curl. If you find the bicep curls distracting from the proper form of the sumo squat, you can just hold the dumbbell. The primary goal is to work on those hamstrings and glutes rather than the bicep. But you don't really hear often people saying that they don't want to work on their bicep. So why not throwing it in? Two more. Okay. There'll be 2 more sets. The next one I'm gonna do from the side so you can see that I'm trying to stay straight, not bending forward, and always squeezing my glutes when I reach the top. So let's go for the second one. Again, grabbing the dumbbell. Toes, oh, I said that I'm gonna do it from the side. So toes to the side, wider stance, and down, back up. Two more. One more. There we go. One more set to go, and then one last exercise with the dumbbells before moving on to the core. And it will be a single leg Romanian deadlift. So stick around for that. But there's still one more set of the sumo squats with the bicep curl. So let's get through those. And we're going through it. It's great. We are already at the last body part before the core. I personally do core at every workout because it is so important for the posture and any other activities that I do in life. So I always work on it at the end. You can do it at the beginning, whatever works for you. It's the most important part. I always focus on obliques, lower abs and upper abs, but I'll show you what I mean during the last part of this workout. Now let's go for the sumo squats again to finish with the third set. Two more. There we go. I might have done 13 with this one, but there's nothing wrong with an extra rep. And as I mentioned before, the last one will be single leg Romanian deadlifts. What I mean is that, again, you will have weight all on the front leg. The back leg just goes slightly back. You don't have to go as far as before. And I'm gonna hold both of those dumbbells and back straight, going forward, back up while exhaling. So you can bend the knee of the front leg and you should feel it right in the hamstring of the front leg and in the glute. Again, you can go slowly. This one is pretty technical. Two more. All right, first side done. Let's go for the other one right away. So back straight, knee bend, and going for the movement. Two more. All right, first set done. I also always like to engage my core when I'm going, well, basically throughout the whole exercise, but mostly when I exhale, when I'm up, to really make sure that I'm as stable as possible and kind of everything is, the whole body is being used. So with every exhale, I engage the core a bit more than normally. Let's go for the second set. Again, starting with left leg forward. The weight is on that leg and going for the motion. And this is not about the speed, it's about doing it properly. Two more. One more. And the other side. Almost there, it's 8. Two more. One more. All right. One more set to go, and then we're gonna finish on the bench with 3 core exercises the same amount of reps. So you're almost there. I'm sure you're doing great. I at least hope so. If you kind of want to learn more about the basics, we have done at the Y Home series a video about the very basics of starting working out. So check out those. But these movements shouldn't be overly complicated. Just make sure that the back is straight with most of them and focus on the breathing. And it always helps to do it in front of a mirror or just record yourself. I know it sounds like a pretty douchebag move, but it is a great way to check your form. Always exhaling on the way to the top. 2 more. 1 more. All right, and last 12 reps. It's 8. Two more. All right, we are done with the dumbbells. We are done with chest, back, quads, and hamstrings. And now we're gonna finish on the bench with 3 core exercises. First one will be sit-ups, just crunches. So how are we gonna do it? Legs up, 90 degrees in your knees, and just head is going up. You really make sure that you're working with your core, exhaling when you're up, and not just moving your head like this, but lifting up. And we're gonna do again 12 reps. Two more, 1 more. Okay, so that was the first set. These will be pretty quick. I don't really know why, they just don't take that long, because the movement is not that wide, or the range of the motion. So let's go through it again. 12 reps again. So 90 degrees, I'm pushing my lower back to the bench. So I'm not arched like this, but nice and flat on the bench. And engaging the core, the whole movement is, thanks to my core, is happening. Two more. All right, second set done, 1 more to go. And after this, we're gonna go to those obliques, as I mentioned. Usually when you see beginners at the gym, they try to work on the 6-pack and they're just working on the upper abs, which this exercise is for, but kind of forgetting the whole core, which is so important for stability and like functional movements. So we want to cover all of those. So this one is for the upper abs, and let's do 1 more set. Two more. 1 more. All right, Now we're gonna stay on the bench, and this time is basically the starting position is the same with the legs or feet up, 90 degrees in your knees, and we're going side to side. So engaging the obliques on the side, moving from one side to another, always exhaling when you're on the side. We're gonna do 20 reps this time because it's one side at a time. That's 16. And that's 20. So you should really feel it on the side. You can go slowly and really make sure that you're engaging the side of your core. And once again, this is 20 reps because we're going for both sides. And then there will be just one last exercise left. It will be for the lower abs. So you're almost there. Then it's gonna be stretching and enjoying the rest of your day. It doesn't matter if you do this workout in the morning, during lunch break, or in the afternoon. What matters is that you do it, because the body doesn't really, like, there's no specific thing that works for everyone. It really depends on your own body, what works best for you, for your schedule as well. So great job for doing it, no matter what part of the day. What matters is that you find your time for yourself and go through the workout. Let's go for the second set. Then and 2 more. All right. That's second set, 1 more to go. And as I mentioned before, there is just 1 exercise after this one. So we're really close. We're gonna finish quite strong for the core because that's gonna be leg lifts and also lifting your hips. So you have something to look forward to. But now, obliques, 1 last set before we finish with those leg lifts. So let's get into it. Again, always exhaling when you're on the side. Two more. Okay, that's it. 1 exercise left. I'll get some water before that. What's gonna happen is that you'll have the legs straight, holding onto the bench, just like this, and starting in a line, going up, and then lifting your hips as well. You're gonna do 12 of these. Again, the slower you go, the more difficult it gets. Make sure that it's a controlled movement, even on the way down. Two more. All right, that's the first set. This is, as I mentioned, that we have upper abs, lower abs, and the obliques. This exercise is primarily for the lower abs. And it feels great. It is a difficult one, so if it's too difficult for you at this moment, there is a modification that you can do. I will do the second set in that modification, just so you can see the whole process of it. But it basically starts the same, so let's do it. Going on the bench, but then you're going, bending your knees, and then up. So it's slightly easier.
2 more. All right, 1 set left. When I said that it's slightly easier, I really meant slightly easier at this stage of the workout. Everything is kind of difficult, but we're almost there with that 1 set left, and then you can go through stretching. Hopefully you will have some time to continue and do at least a 5 minutes of stretching. In those, I would focus on stretching the chest, back, quads and hamstrings, just to make sure that you cover everything that we covered during the workout. Or visit one of the YHome videos. There are a bunch of stretching ones and some great yoga exercise or yoga routines. So I highly recommend those either today or tomorrow for recovery. That will be the best way to set up yourself for success, that you can do it again the day after another workout. So let's go for that one last set. Again, don't forget to go up with your hips as well. Hips go off the bench. Right there. Two more. All right, just like that, we have finished the workout. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, it was a full body workout, weights only. I was using just 1 pair, grab as many as you need for different exercises, but this covered everything. And once again, don't forget to take some time for recovery, and you can get excited about the next workout. I'll see you next time, and good luck with the progress.